first, Nicholson. I don't know how you miss. I have no idea.
They often say you should never go to bed angry, and in this case, I'm glad I did, because after I watched that game, immediately if I did this video, either I hear some bad word, one and two bad word chip in here and there, because I was absolutely annoyed with that performance. I was really annoyed that we, had 73 possession, made 21 shots, and scored no goals. But I woke up this morning feeling fresh as a daisy, and I'm going to think about it. We're at 73% and 21 shots. When last have I seen my reggaeboyz do that? When last have I seen Jamaica did that? And it hit me that these guys actually played some pretty decent football yesterday, and all that was done under just 3 days on McLaren. So it bodes well for the future when you think about it, that what he can do with a much longer time at the wheel. And I really start to really think about how the game itself went, and there were some nice positives to take away from it. The coach himself basically echoed this in his press conference after the game, where he was pretty happy with the performance. But just like us and the fans, and by the way, shout out to you fans, I thought, that's one of the bigger crowds I've seen in a while, that, we did dominate the game and deserve more out of it. But let me just start quickly with the formation before I get into more of a technical outlook on what the game was about. We started out with a 4-4-2 on paper, but honestly, when I really look into the game, it was fluid and morphed at times, especially in attacking, into more of a 4-3-3. We had Blake in goal, Lambakisa at right back, Lowe at centre back, Pinnock at centre back, and Bell at left back. Reed, Palmer, Latibodiere, Gray in midfield, and Lowe and Antonio up front. But as I said to you, it would morph into a 4-3-3 where Gray would stay wide and touch the touchline on the left. Reed would be at the right but get licensed to tuck in when ready, and then Lowe will switch with him and go out wide when necessary. It allowed Palmer the freedom to play his best football I've seen in a green and gold shirt. He was definitely much better as a playmaker, like I've been telling people all this time who I said things like them that rate him on a grimace football. But here you saw in a much more possession style game, he would really shine. I really was impressed with what he was trying to do on the ball. He himself tried to cover up some chances for himself, and it's a shame he just never pull it off. And while yes, he probably tried 1 and 2 2-minute through passes through a banks of 4 and 5 in the second half when Cuba had 10 man in the box, but at least he was attempting to carve out something. So Palmer, I thought, had an excellent game. I must also give credit to Latibodiere. People were probably a little perturbed to see him back in that central defensive midfield position, but honestly, he never looked so bad. He had good, decent reading of the game and recovered the ball well enough. But generally, I thought the team played decent. Antonio, again, you want him as our main striker to take away those chances, especially one off the post with the header. But, at least he's getting more in those positions. It seemed like the system would suit him a bit more. Again, when Nicholson came in and there was 2 of them up there, it looked again discombobulated. It's never worked. So hopefully the coach learned right away that 4-4-2 will never work with those 2 strikers up front. And Lowe got his chance because of Bailey's injury, and I will say, while he was not exactly bad, he should have taken it, especially with this one that it was thrown back to him, and he should have really put his foot through the ball into the goal. I have no idea why he decided to dribble in the 6-yard box, but we move on. And honestly, that's generally the general consensus of the game. We just have to move on. We played well in the end. Over 500 passes in a match for Jamaica, 73% of the ball. And while yes, it is only Cuba have to get some credit. They played as if this was their World Cup qualifier on the line. You get behind them, they would chop you down. You get him past them into the box, them draw you back. They would take the red card, them not care. They just never want to lose this game. And for that, you just have to give them credit, I feel. Also, it bodes well for us going forward in World Cup qualifiers. This is the type of team you will come up against in that crucial group stages. Team that don't want to lose no matter what. And we have to learn how to break them down. This is why I'm particularly glad that McLaren is here, because I honestly think as Coach Grimmy, we won't necessarily look that well against this bank 4 or 5 and 4 in the box. But speaking of McLaren, the only criticism I would have of him tonight is that his substitutions were a bit late in the second half. I know he brought on Shamar Nicholson, another striker, early, but I don't think that was necessarily the right move, although I didn't mind it. And after he made that change and nothing was happening, I thought he took too long to bring on Campbell and Dixon afterwards. But he did explain later on in his post conference that was just down to not really knowing his players yet and knowing what kind of impact they can have off the bench. So hopefully that comes later on, because again, this was a good litmus test to see if it's a game was on the line, who can we bring off the bench and make an impact and win us the game. But again, overall, annoyed with the results, but I'm pretty decent with the performance now that I think about it. And Honduras, who dropped 4 against Trinidad, if I remember correctly, will be a much sterner test in Honduras. So let us see how well we try to control possession then, and how well Latabadier works in that CDM role once more. But for now, not a bad start to McLaren era, not a bad start at all, and we move. Alright guys, that's it all here from JAMPL Fan. It's a quick look on the reggaeboyz, and we hope to see much better than from Honduras. Again, please like, subscribe and share this video so we can have more reviews on the Jamaican reggaeboyz as well as Jamaican Premier League going forward. Otherwise, keep it locked right here on JAMPL Fan. YouTube, pick up yourself.